Jason Stamm with Rivals.com and HokieHaven.com here with our Antoine Hopkins here at Lane Stadium, where we just saw Virginia Tech, I mean, come out as flat as they could be on both sides of the ball. They get routed tonight on Thursday night, primetime, 30-6 to Miami. You know, Hop, from the start, man, I don't know what it was, they just seemed like they could not get going. You know, whether it's Michael Brewer couldn't get anything going on as you know, on offense, Marshawn Williams couldn't get anything going, the defense just couldn't come up with a stop. I mean, was it just a combination of everything? I mean, what else? What more couldn't have gone wrong? It seems like to start.
I really don't think anything else could have went wrong. But I mean, if you go back to Coach Beamer's post-game interview, this year was a rebuild year. Like he said, we have a whole lot of young talent on the team that I think next year they will show their progress. This year is going to be what it is. You know, the rest of the games we probably struggle a little bit here and there. We got some players on the field that not quite ready to play yet, but we got to play them. I think it's 13 or 14 freshmen that are actually playing them. Some of those guys ahead of their time, you know, as far as going out there and playing. So I mean, this year, like I was saying before, this year is a rebuilding year. Next year should be the progress. Year after that, you know. And we should be back on top to what we used to be at.
Now, when you see a guy like Duke Johnson, or even, you know, Gus Edwards, I think had just as big of a game, but you know, that's something that obviously Virginia Tech's not used to, giving up that many yards to a running back. I mean, what do you do when a guy gets that hot, making moves like that, and the defense just is struggling like they were, just to stop the run even?
When you're in a game and that's going on, I mean, all you can do is have amnesia. I mean, you got to go out there and forget about the last play and try to go out there in your next play and try to make a big play, so the whole vibe of the game down for the opposing team. You know, and then as far as the next game, really forget about the previous game. You know, watch film here and there, fix what you made your mistakes on, and then just go from there.
Now, I guess if there's anything positive we can take from this game, you know, the second half, they at least kind of got something going. You know, Deion Newsom comes out with the big punt return. You know, they finally showed some life, but they couldn't hold on to the ball. But, I mean, in that second half, when you kind of look back at, you know, what they did both sides of the ball, they did stop Miami. Miami was able to drive a couple times. They did stop them at the 3-yard line. I mean, did you see any positives, at least in the second half, that you feel like maybe they can build on or take anything from with this game?
I mean, as far as the positive, you know, Leal came in and made some good passes. You know, the second half, our running game got a little bit better. You can tell it was a little bit of Joe messed me up.
They've been circling a little bit all game, I know, yeah. That's okay.
No, I mean, the second half, like, one good thing we can take away from this is our team still has some fighting us. I mean, we went out there, even though we were losing, you know, 30 points, still went out there, the last 6-8 minutes of the game, still fought hard and got a score in there. So it's a young team, but they have drive, they have heart. So that's a positive we can take from out of this second half that we had.
Now, you know, Antoine, obviously I don't think you've come out of a lot of lopsided losses like this, I'm sure, in your career, but you know, as a player coming off of such a game like this where so much went wrong, I mean, what do you do to get back on track? Do you just wipe the slate clean, or, you know, how do you come back? Because Virginia Tech still has 4 games left in this season. How do you come back from a game like this?
Like you said, wipe the slate clean. I mean, I think either tomorrow morning that the players have film. Honestly, they may turn the film on and say this, and this, and then let's start with next week. I mean, 'cause this game right here, you can watch the film. Of course, you can learn from it, but I think a lot of these players need to look towards the next game and build on it, and build on the team we have coming up next week. So I mean, just go into tomorrow, forget about this game, or try to forget about this game and move forward to the next game. So. bit.
All right, we had a tough game here for Virginia Tech tonight. I mean, a little bit, I guess, to build on. The scoreless streak, or the scoring streak, is still there now at over 250 games. At least that was intact, I guess, in the last minute, and on the touchdown pass late to Isaiah Ford. Hope to be under better circumstances, but I want to give a huge thanks to our Antoine Hopkins. He's been just fantastic working with us on HokieHaven.com. We'll have tons of coverage coming, and as we talked about, still got 4 games left in the season. Virginia Tech now on 4-4, but now they're just kind of scrapping to see if they can get to a bowl and at least kind of salvage some of this season. I think a lot of the stuff has been dashed, but there's still a lot to play for. We'll have full coverage. We'll be back here at home November 1st. Next Saturday, they get Boston College at 12:30 p.m. kickoff here at Lane Stadium. But again, a huge thanks to Antoine Hopkins, former Virginia Tech defensive tackle. He'll be posting later on Hokie Haven, as he has, about this game and kind of what you guys can expect, giving you an inside players look at how what's going through the minds of the guys right now, what they need to do to build off this, how they can get better and move on from just a game I think a lot of Virginia Tech fans and players, coaches would like to forget about. 30-6 again the final here at Lane Stadium. For Antoine Hopkins, I'm Jason Stamm with Rivals.com and HokieHaven.com.